Would you recognize your soul in the dark? It's a very loaded question. I think he was like a professor or a lecturer somewhere in America, I think. He was telling a story of how that question was the one that stuck with him from his mom. What I got from that question was, do you really know you? When it's all said and done, do you know who you are outside of the things you do? Do you know who you are outside of how you look? Do you know who you are outside of every external thing? Do you know your soul? Do you know the state or the condition of your heart? I've spent a lot of time recently working on my second studio album. Oh, hello. We've got a guest on the pod. I'm sorry I can't let you eat my McDonald's. Hi. I don't know whose dog you are, but you are very... Oh my gosh, he's peeing on me. This is a pleasant addition. What was I saying? I've spent the recent few months working on the second album, and the second album's gonna be called Sammy. It's gonna be based off the character Samson in the Bible, through my whole journey trying to understand his story and find the parallels between my experiences and his. One, I've realized how human his character is, but also realized how little I knew myself. And it's so weird how every time we get a new revelation of who we are, we feel like, oh damn, I didn't know shit. In this process of being incredibly vulnerable and honest and walking through this project, I have realized that in previous times I had an idea who I was, but I wouldn't have recognized me in the dark. The journey I've been on recently has made me very aware of where I am emotionally, contextually, like where I am mentally, what stage I'm at, like what is the season. And that has also helped me understand better how I react. I started journaling like about 2 months ago, keeping a map of my emotional state. Well, I can't say that I have been on top of it every day. It's an app called Sensive. Check it out. It's a free app as well. Damn, they're not paying me for this. I should stop. Through the app, I feel like it's given me an opportunity to be very aware about how I feel each day and what makes me feel like that and why it makes me feel like that. Sometimes I don't ever really get an answer to that question. This journey has helped me be, at the very least, aware of what that looks like. And what that means is nowadays I start seeing patterns in terms of like what makes me react in certain ways, what feeds my soul, what drains my soul, what feels like it damages my soul, what feels like it stretches me in like a positive way, or what wears me thin. Like I'm starting to see patterns in my life and how I live, and these patterns have started opening me up to my spiritual diet as well as my mental diet. And all of this to say that for the first time in forever, I feel like I would recognize my soul in the dark. I feel like so in line with purpose, but also in line with myself. So attentive to when I'm lying to myself, to when I'm doing things purely out of the satisfaction, when I'm doing things for a purely human desire standpoint, or when I'm doing things because I genuinely want to get involved, or I genuinely want to help, or I genuinely want to, I don't know, express something. It's made me very aware of that, but also it's been teaching me that authenticity is an expression of bravery, but it's also very simple. I suppose it's like anything that with practice, ease becomes second to nature, but I've been really surprised at how easy it is, or how simple it is to approach authenticity as like a way of being. It's taught me so much about like, no, you don't have to say words when you don't have words to say. No, you can just stay silent. You can just observe and watch and process and speak only when you have something to contribute or when you have a question. It's completely changed how I interact with the world around me. This is, I suppose, a challenge to you, but also a question, an open-ended one. I don't suppose we would ever truly like reach the end of this journey, but yeah, I pose the question back to you. Would you recognize your soul in the dark? If you've enjoyed any of this, you relate, this has done anything for you. If it has, please share, like, subscribe, follow, all of that fun stuff. because we are living this real life. Now I'm gonna eat my food.